The book of Revelation 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Now, this all comes as Beijing takes even more extreme measures to try to contain the virus. The central bank has devised a plan to deep clean China's cash. So the way this works is that cash is going to be sanitized with UV light, and then for 7 days it'll be quarantined for most of the parts of China, but in the epicenter the quarantine will be for 14 days. And then money that is in hospitals or comes from the market or for public transportation at the epicenter is going to be destroyed. And by that I mean state media say that the money will be shredded, and then it's going to be packed into bricks and then sent to the local power plant where it's going to be incinerated and then turned into energy.
Michigan lawmakers taking a big step to prepare for the coronavirus. A bipartisan bill passed in the Senate today that will include more than $14.5 million in funding. Senator Gary Peters says part of that funding will be used for more testing for the deadly virus.
Right now, there's been shipments of tests, roughly a million tests, which could test 600 to 700,000 people in this country. And right now, a number of companies are ramping up production of those tests as rapidly as possible. Part of the appropriations we passed today will help pay for those and get them in the hands of people so we can get a better sense as to who has the disease and who does not.
Yeah, a key step for sure. The funding will also go to protective equipment like masks, gloves, and vaccines.
We know everybody has so many questions concerning the coronavirus, and our Dr. Frank McGeorge is working very diligently to make sure that we can answer all those questions you have.
Tonight, he's addressing a common question that affects everyone, our money. Doc.
Yeah, Karen and Jason, exactly. Concerns over coronavirus, well, they've created intense swings in financial markets. But I'm talking about greenbacks, the cash in your wallet. We touch it, we pass it between people. Some people even lick their fingers as they count it. Is that a problem? Viewers from Plymouth to Grosse Pointe ask, can you get coronavirus from handling money? The answer is, we don't know, but it's worth thinking about. Since mid-February, the Bank of China has been either destroying bills or disinfecting their cash with ultraviolet light and high temperatures, then storing it for 7 to 14 days before re-releasing it back into the circulation. That is based on studies that have shown bacteria and viruses can survive on money. Now, there is no study that shows the COVID-19 virus can survive on cash. However, an unidentified representative from the World Health Organization reportedly told a British newspaper that cash could be contributing to the spread of COVID-19. Now, the U.S. Treasury has not made any statement on U.S. currency. Until this issue is properly studied, I would recommend a common-sense approach. Where possible, use cashless options. When you do handle cash, wash your hands or use hand sanitizer afterward, especially if you're about to handle food. Now, the common thread to all of these recommendations is just good hygiene. Anytime someone interacts with other people or publicly shared items or objects, you should just remain aware of that contact and avoid contaminating your eyes, nose, or mouth in particular. And so with cash, it's a big deal if you're at a restaurant, for example, and then you're about to touch your food. So, consider having some hand sanitizer available there.
Hopefully people remember it used to be common sense that money is pretty dirty anyway.
It is disgusting.
Yeah, absolutely, and studies have shown it's definitely covered with all kinds of things you don't want.
Thank you, Doc, for the reminder.
Don't know who's infected.
As headlines warn of a worldwide pandemic, KOAT health expert Dr. Barry Ramos says there's basic stuff you can do to stay healthy. By now you've heard wash your hands. Dr. Ramos says also get sleep, eat right, and don't avoid the gym.
If you go to another machine, you wipe it off first, then you wipe it off afterwards. Just assume that somebody has contaminated that.
That includes wiping off weights and mats, too. How about cash? That's something that exchanges a lot of hands.
Whether it's money that you're exchanging, all of that has the potential for carrying the virus.
He says after you touch money or a money machine, keep your hands away from your face and clean your hands thoroughly afterward. Dr. Ramos says phones are big germ carriers, so keep them clean too. And when it comes to making out,
Any of the virus droplets that contain mucus can contaminate people, so kissing and then presumably exchange of body fluids would also be a possibility. We don't know that yet, though.
now, we also asked about makeup. That is something that people touch and then they touch their face. Health experts say keep your makeup brushes clean, and if you get sick, replace the makeup. Nancy Laughlin, KOAT Action 7 News.
Welcome to another episode of Truth Be Told. I'm Faye D'Souza. We're looking at the coronavirus this time because there's lots of scary information coming in from China that says basically that China has begun destroying currency. They're worried that the currency is carrying the virus from one person to another person because of how much you touch it. Now, here's the question. A lot of people are now afraid of, should we be worried about our currency? Also, considering the number of things we import from China, can an iPhone box carry the virus from China to India? What should we be worried about, and how much information really do we have about this virus? I'm going to call Dr. Sanjeev Bagai, very senior physician who is based out of Delhi, to ask him what he can tell us about this virus right now and what we should actually be worried about and what the Center for Communicable Diseases in India is really saying about the virus. Dr. Bagai, good afternoon. This is Faye D'Souza. May I put you on the show, please? Yes, all right. So I'm putting Dr. Bagai on speakerphone. Dr. Sanjeev Bagai, good afternoon, and thank you for speaking with us. So here's my question. We understand that China has begun destroying its currency or portions of its currency that's traveling through Wuhan out of fear of the coronavirus. Should we also be afraid that things we're importing from China, like iPhones, are also carrying that virus?
Hi. So now this virus, what everyone has been talking about, it can remain as a droplet infection if a person coughs or sneezes for a period of 9 to 14 days. It can remain dormant.